So I was thinking, what was the best hairstyle I had so far after my transplants? I had like very short hair, medium length and really long hair. What's actually the best way to style my hair right now? You know, it's a great problem to have, don't you think? And if you're new here and you're probably thinking, why the hell would you watch some random dude online, talking about his hairstyles? That's awkward. Well, let's start from this, that I was pretty much bald on top. I had no hair at all. Level 5, if you know. And I had 2 FUE hair transplants, 6,540 grafts altogether, over 2 years. I experimented with different styles, and to be honest, I'm not sure which style suit me best. I like really the way I look right now, and a lot of people complimented me, but I also enjoy having much longer hair. And if you haven't seen my previous videos, this is gonna be a really funny and great overview of basically my whole journey with a, hair transplant. Let's decide together what I think, suits me best. So, I know how to move forward. If you're thinking to do something similar like I did, basically beating the hair loss, consider subscribing to the channel. Got plenty of footage from A to Z. Everything you need to know about hair transplants and how to choose one. And of course, the best thing you can do about your hair loss is not the transplants actually, is to prevent it from happening in the first place. Listen, it's so much easier to prevent hair from falling if you got male pattern baldness, obviously, rather to try and regrow what's been lost. That's why I always encourage you guys with the first signs of male pattern baldness to get a consultation with a specialist ASAP, so you can start treating your hair loss. And today's video sponsor, Manual, can actually help you with that. Manual is a British subscription company focusing on men's health, from skincare to hair loss to even blood tests. And obviously I'm interested in hair loss, and I'm pleased to say that they're providing a convenient way to get your prescription for finasteride and minoxidil prescribed by a real doctor. By the way, if you're not familiar with these treatments, these are the only FDA-approved treatments to treat male pattern baldness. Basically, every man in the world with male pattern baldness gets suggested this medication. Once you've done your online consultation with them, you can actually get your hands on topical finasteride and minoxidil mix. I know a lot of people actually going crazy for it. Not only that, with this discount code, you can get 50% off your first hair loss treatment order, as well as 180-day money-back guarantee. T&Cs apply. You're welcome. I wanted to quickly shoot this video because in a couple of weeks, about 2 weeks, I'll actually gonna be 12 months, full year after my second transplant, where I obviously gonna do a proper analysis of my transplant, explaining if I'm happy and everything like that. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Also, a second video is gonna be focused on my donor area. If you've been following me for the last 6 months, I actually was running an experiment where I was microneedling my donor area for 6 months just to see how my scars gonna look like after that. Because my scars are really, really wide, there's pretty much no pigment, and they're stand out, to be honest.
In your case, you're a bit unlucky there. Okay, you're not the norm.
I'm gonna actually buzz my donor all the way down to 0, a high skin fade, just to see properly the scars exactly the way I did 6 months back. So we're gonna be able to compare A to B. So hit that subscribe button, you don't want to miss this video. So talking about my hairstyles, let's start from the beginning, where I was before my transplant, in case you haven't seen it. This was the hairstyle I was rocking pretty much all the time. This was the only option I had. I was Norwood 5A at that point, and I had pretty much huge comb over. That's all it was. I was keeping my sides and the back super short to the skin fade, the high skin fade. So you're gonna be a bigger contrast between the top and the sides. Kind of create this more illusion of density, if you will. And my hair was actually so long, it was like freaking from my crown all the way to the hairline. What do you think? Yeah, from this angle looks really bad. Now that I'm thinking about it, how I could possibly think this looks great? Just like delusional. At 7 months after my first transplant, I had, relatively short, hair. They were not too long, but not too short, sweeping kind of to the side, and I don't know, I think it was actually looking pretty good. Minus the fact that I had hair only in the front third. Obviously, I was trying to sweep over, doing my comb over once again, from the sides to cover the mid-scalp and crown, and it was not really that bad, to be honest, at that point, at 7 months. But now that I look at it, the difference, huge. It's just look at the, hair color. Hilarious. Yeah, mid-scalp pretty bare, but I grew it so long. It was from my hairline all the way to my crown covering. It took me about 13 months to do it, and you see, I was just combing it back. It worked. It actually worked. To be look how it looks. It's hilarious. I was actually stuck with this hairband because the hair was so long, even with a lot of product, just a slight wind is just would blow my hair away, and it would look obvious to everyone that I've got a comb over. As I remember, it looked like I've got full head of hair, and actually some people were really surprised that, what the hell, why, he has hair loss? Believe it or not. But I really didn't enjoy it. The hair was too long, and because I was kind of stuck, you know, to sweeping it back, I couldn't really do, you know, side or whatever, you know, or like leave it loose and wild on the wind. It was really not an option because, you know, my bare mid scalp and crown would be exposed, so I really didn't enjoy it. On another hand, after my second transplant, roughly like what, 9-10 months, I grew my hair again really long. I just really didn't cut much, and it was looking so much better. Like, look, I didn't care if there's wind or whatever going around. A little bit of product, sometimes nothing, just blow dry it back. And you know, I obviously like style kind of back, slick back style, but I didn't care. Like, there's wind, like blowing my hair left, right, you know, I really didn't care. And it was actually really great, but sometimes it was getting a little bit annoying because, you know, the hair sometimes just too long. It's just, you know, gets, you know, on your eyes or whatever. It takes longer to dry, for example. What do you think? How does it look? Currently, I'm almost 12 months after my second transplant, and you know, I had a recently haircut done where I trimmed the sides and I trimmed the top actually relatively, you know, short, to the point that, you know, it's not really that long, but it's not super short. And you know what? I actually enjoy having this hairstyle. It's not too long that it gets like annoying, requires low maintenance, and it's really nice, easy to style. You know, recently I got really into this, you know, volumizing like a powder to style. I just like sprinkle all over a little bit, and man, it looked great. It's so easy, gives so much volume, and it's great. I can style all over. And yeah, of course there's a little bit of, you know, bald spot in the crown. And this is how it looks with relatively dirty, if we can say, hair, because I washed it yesterday with water, and I just came out of the gym, you know, just swept with my hair, whatever, and I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. I'm really enjoying this hairstyle, and some people complimented me on this as well. So I don't know, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think, which hairstyle is best, you know? Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you stay tuned for these upcoming videos that, as I mentioned, are gonna be huge. I'm really curious myself how my scars on the dawn are gonna look like, so yeah, make sure to subscribe, and also like the video, gonna help me a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Manual is a British subscription. Manual is a British subscription. Manual is a British subscription of. I don't know, I think he was actually looking pretty good. Yeah, the side view. What? That was like really long, and yeah, because in about it's gonna be huge.
Huge. That is huge.